week 6 of the PMA LCS. I am Mr. Matt 2702, joined today by
Yay.
welcome. It's good to see you, bud. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for this female CS match. There's both middle of the pack teams looking to climb the rankings. So
True.
I think they're pretty evenly matched. They've got some interesting matchups here.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think tonight's gonna be a really good one. I'm really looking forward because we also have a very special treat of some subs tonight. So if you guys don't know, we have tonight subbing in. We have Zawarudo subbing in for support for Slaga Slasha, and for the other team we have NA Alistar subbing in for what I believe is Durban Panda. I'm looking.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So.
Indeed.
Alrighty. So. We should be
And
good.
into pick ban. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, we're starting up. Uh-oh.
And no, pretty contested pick here is Kaisa, because that is one of, well, I guess not C-Van, but NFC. He's
Yeah, we have.
premier
Sorry,
champion.
everyone. Something's going on. Trying to work on getting that, but yes, we see the J4 band away first. So that is huge.
Yeah, J4 is a champ that Syracuse is pretty familiar with, so. Yeah. Played it a few times. And the Casio ban away from Stevan as expected. One of his more famous bot lane champs, so.
Yeah. You know, these bands. I'm pretty okay with all these bands so far. These are champions that
Yeah.
all of these, like, they're both pretty familiar with. We see the Lissandra and Morgana band as well. Both of those are just generally strong champions. And I'm a-okay with seeing those, like, just taken off the table in general.
Yeah.
And we see the Ari and Thresh as the last two bands. First pick Caitlyn by FAP insta-lock. Wow, that is very
Right.
very bold.
Yeah, Caitlin's been doing quite well in the PMA LCS. I believe she still has the highest win rate of all of the champions currently, so it's pretty good right now with the recent changes to ADC.
Yeah, and that is a very large thing to mention.
Lucian pick locked in for YALL. That'll be going to C-Van. Gonna be an interesting matchup because Lucian's a short-range ADC, so it'll be hard for him. Oh, but if he's got a Soraka right there to heal him the entire lane phase, then
Right.
you should be no problem with that.
Uh, I apologize. Stream, I apologize. I'm having some weird issues with pick ban not wanting to cooperate. So.
We have a Crank and Sejuani locked in for FAP. That Crank is going to be going to, gosh, what is his name now? The Clorax.
The Clorax. Everyone
Clorax.
wants to say. Everyone still wants to say like.
Sejuani locked in for Jupel. He's played that 3 times already in the PMA LCS, so no surprises there. Very strong tank jungler right now in the meta. But Gragas returned for Syracuse. He's played it a couple times. Pretty solid pick for him. Very familiar with the champ, so
Yeah.
interesting see how he plays that into the Sejuani.
Yeah, and these are some pretty standard. We see Urgot picked away.
Yeah, or banned away. Yeah, which
yeah, sorry,
I agree
whoops.
with. He's very strong right now, and with the recent changes to him, where he can just become a turret on his W with having a 0-second cooldown on it. So very solid ban there, and a Scion banned away from YALL. Very strong tank top laner.
Yeah.
And targeting Rob's champion pool with the Orianna ban. He hasn't played it too much, but I know he's pretty familiar with that champ as well. So
Yeah. That's just in general, it's one of those champions that, like, you really, when you have someone who's very proficient on a champion, you don't
Yeah,
necessarily want to give it to them because they know the ins and outs, even if they have
for
like the
sure.
good basic mechanics as well. Um, so
Swain Band, who's y'all's top?
y'all's top laner is is Iron Four Noob.
Iron
Um,
Former Noob. Oh yeah, he plays quite a bit of Swain. So Swain Scion, really good bands there,
we
and
see
he's
the
always
Rumble.
playing the Rumble.
Rumble is,
Interesting.
yeah, I think Rumble is either got buffed this last patch or is getting buffed next patch. I know that Rumble just in general is a very like, I like to think of Rumble as like the Braum of bot lane. Like he's not very commonly contested. Like Braum's more contested than Rumble, but
Yeah,
he's not. He's a very safe pick for lane until you play into something that has a little bit more range, like this Gnar.
like this Nar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna make it rough for this lane, but I still think it's gonna be a good matchup in the top lane
Yeah.
between Chad and Iron Four Noob.
Dude, that'll be interesting. It's gonna be pretty annoying for the Rumble though, playing against a range champion, and Chad Penguin's really good at that Gnar.
Yeah.
One of his Mastery 7 champions, so hasn't played it yet this split, but be excited to see it tonight. And they have a really good, oh yeah, especially if they lock in the Nico here, a very strong play comp with the Sejuani Gnar and Nico ults.
Yikes!
Ooh.
That is a big
Yeah,
big wombo combo oof on
indeed,
behalf.
and especially with the Blitzcrank pick potential, it's gonna be
Oh yeah.
pretty rough for y'all in team fights. They do have the Gragas, which will help with disengage, so
Yeah.
um, especially with Sejuani Gnar running at them, I like that Gragas pick there. So
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the YALL has to peel for the Lucian, and they have to try and protect the Soraka as well, because if you can keep the Soraka
yeah.
alive to keep your back lane or your...
Diana.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Wait, is C-Van playing Diana mid? What? Oh my gosh. This is yeah, it's gotta be C-Van playing the Diana. So who's Zawardo's playing ADC then? He's playing the Lucian. So this is
Ooh.
one of C-Van's most famous picks, Diana. Used to main it, played a lot, and we haven't seen it for a while because Diana's been in a pretty bad place, but he's bringing it out again here, and
It's a bold pick, I'm gonna say that.
it is
I
a
do,
bold pick,
I'm all about it though.
especially against the Nico. He's gonna have a really rough time pre-6 against that, and then also, I mean, if you just try to engage on the Nico just presses R, and well,
Yeah,
you're not gonna have a
we
good
know,
time.
you know how the same old song and dance goes.
Oh yeah.
So, like, kind of like we were talking about, we talked a little bit about this and we hinted at it. Like, looking at each team's composition now that we've seen the picks and bans go through. Again, sorry, chat, you didn't get to see it. We talked through it. What are you thinking? I think FAP has a very good, they have the good sustain and team fight. But if you can protect that Lucian, get that Lucian very fed, and if you can get the Diana to be the burst assassin you need while peeling for the Soraka, you win. And your two frontliners being the Rumble and Gragas. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough to just stop the force and like the pick potential of FAP.
Yeah, I think FAP's team comp here is just much more cohesive, a lot easier to pull off with I mean, Sejuani ult is just a clear form of engage, and y'all just doesn't really have a good form of engage except for like a flashy from Gragas or a Rumble ult that lands well.
Yeah, or even even Gragas ult as well rather than Flash E. Like you could do that.
Yeah, yeah, that as well, but it's just much harder comp to pull off. And, I mean, Gragas isn't gonna go full tank either. He's probably at least gonna go Runic Echoes, so he's
Yeah.
probably not even gonna be that strong of a front line for y'all. So,
Yeah, I think I think you do build Runic Echoes, and I think just for maybe if you want to do a little bit of hybrid, build a Leandri's Torment.
Yeah.
Because I love that item. That item to me just seems so incredibly. I don't want to say unbalanced because it gives you the valuable health stats that you need to sustain as a mage, while additionally giving you like the burn damage, which will be like, okay, so now I'm not completely useless. I can do damage and do other things at the same time. So it's like,
Yeah, for
okay.
sure. And especially against the tank heavy side of FAP, the percent health damage would be very useful in this case. So
Yeah.
Landry's would be a good pickup, and I mean Rumble definitely is going to buy that item too. So part of his core build.
Right. So,
Yes.
interesting thing to note. We see Zawarudo actually locked in the Soraka first. So is it going to be Nate AD?
Nat, maybe. Oh yeah, shoot, I forgot. Nate 3 was her.
It could be. It could very well be Nate
Yeah,
in the
right.
AD spot, but I don't know how much he's practiced Lucian, or if Sivan's just gonna go ahead and say, I'll run it down with Lucian. Let me show you how it's done.
I don't know. I feel like
Oh,
if they're yeah, so the Diana just has to go to Sivan. It's his. He just has so many games on that champ. So it's Nate playing the Lucian. So they're swapping up their lanes quite a bit here with Nate and the Wardu bot. I thought it would have been Nate playing support there, but um, Nate's more of a laner, so he's used to playing mages. But it's like the Wardu is going to be onto that Soraka.
yeah, and we're gonna see Chad Penguin being the Chad of the team going to bot lane
Yeah, so
with
wow, they're sticking him back bot lane.
with the
Indeed.
Clorax. So
Yeah, they're giving NA Alistar the Gnar instead. Interesting.
yeah, giving NA Alistar the opportunity to shine in a different role. I know that he's had a couple opportunities to sub in, I think, for a match or two. And he's done well in the support role, but I think sometimes it's always good to get that balance and explore a little bit. So
Yeah, I think this bot lane is really strong with Chad Penguin and the Clorax, especially with the Blitzcrank Caitlyn. It's going to be very aggressive. They're going to be looking to pull Lucian or Soraka and just utilize that Ignite to get some kills. So that's a very lethal bot lane on the side of FAP. They're going to have to just keep their eye on that because I feel that's going to be a huge pressure point for FAP.
yeah, and something else to note is we see the Nico mid lane taking barrier, where we see the Diana taking teleport, and then so the map pressure, I think of FAP is going to be, or sorry, the map pressure of YALL is going to be much higher.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hold on. They
changed it out.
Cvan's trolling.
I
mean, sorry. Navik. I don't know how to pronounce Navik.
I think we should just call him Sivan.
Whatever. You all know who it is. But he takes Ignite. I think that's the smart option. You're gonna have that extended DPS. I'm very curious about the Soraka barrier.
Yeah, I guess she's just gonna try to stay alive in these fights, and that's pretty important, especially when they have so much pick potential on the side of FAP. So
that is
the barrier to.
That is true.
Yeah.
I think that is also a good idea. We see so we see the bot. I think the bot lane of FAP is going to have a lot more pressure. But if they allow Nate to farm and they allow Zawarudo to just play Soraka and do Soraka things, just get into the late game where you can heal, half a health bar with a single W, and it's not tilting at all. But
no, definitely not.
I don't know.
It's just going to come down to if the Clorax is going to hit these hooks or not in the bot lane, because really, I mean, if you get hooked by the Blitzcrank, it's going to lead into a Caitlyn trap, and it's also got Ignite, so...
Yeah.
And yeah, you do have Soraka, but reduced healing from Ignite, it's going to be
definitely
hard to survive that.
Yeah, the Grievous Wounds is something that's always important, and I think that's a good reason for the Clorax taking it. I think also to make note is that what I do like the Blitzcrank pick, because you can knock up to hook, and you can anticipate when your Blitzcrank is going to do that. I mean, they're obviously communicating, but even so, if you see your Blitzcrank W and flash, that's going to be set up super quick. So you see W flash, the knock up, and you just set your trap right in front of that Blitzcrank, so you know where it's going to be. Light Pulse 94, sorry to interrupt you. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome. So glad to have you on board.
Yeah, Seabass.
Also, I very much enjoy the Chad Penguin Flex emoticon in chat. So you show them how it's done. But since we're about to get into game, chat, #FAP, #YALL, pick your winners, and let's get this game rolling. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be really interesting, especially I think it's really gonna be how much pressure this Gragas can put on the map. It's gonna get Predator boots and pressuring lanes with that. So
yes,
it's pivotal for how much Syracuse can
carry the game.
Lanes. Yeah. Yeah.
I think something else to note is, or I guess something that I want to think about, and I don't know if the team has thought about this yet. Do you run the fabled Nico, like, do you run Nico in the mid lane with the on hit build? Doesn't look like it because Rob took
Got
Comet.
comment. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. Um, we do see a lot of Aries. We see Aerie out of Sabraka and Rumble on the side of y'all, and we see press the attack. I was like I'm pretty sure it's press the attack. Yeah, press the attack on Lucian. Like, for me, it's just a no brainer. It's such a
Yeah.
good. It's
Sure.
just a good summoner spell, or
Just
not herb
synergizes
rune.
really well with their passives.
Yeah, like you can just stack so many, like so many. It's like literally you just dash and it's like auto dash then two auto. It's like, all right, press the attack, it's proc. And you're like, well, shit,
Yeah.
that's not fun. Um, so I'm really
Yeah, I'd
looking.
like to see Rob to pressure this mid lane quite a bit since pre-6 Diana's not going to really do much. Yeah, he has the Ignite, but still, it's a melee champion versus a pretty long-range Nico, so he should be bullying this Diana pretty damn hard.
Agreed, and it's the same. It's actually it's the same case in bot lane where we should see the Caitlyn bullying the Lucian, being able to do that. Hey, welcome,
Okay, oh, there we go.
Biscuit.
Yes or no?
Biscuit Hat is Biscuit Hat is in the game. Hashtag bat win is the only win. Is that Biscuit Hat? Is that your team, Joe? Reaching out to chat here. Is that your team, Joe?
And we're in game.
That we are. Alrighty.
Could you say your times? Yeah, what time you're
Yeah,
at? So,
let's just I'm at 6 seconds. You wanna pause at 15?
sounds like we're lined up, so.
Oh, sweet. 11, 12,
12. Yeah, we're good, we're good.
13. Neato. I'm gonna do the one thing chat always asks before.
And FAP's going for the invade. Naturally with the Blitzcrank, so, and it looks like y'all is pinging that out, so they're ready for it.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of
Going.
experience on their side, just saying, okay, we know what they're looking at, and we see Syracuse actually set up in that river brush right there, off to the side, just so if they go for something cheeky.
Forex flash the mastery. They definitely got spotted there by the Gragas, so
Bold. Oh, okay. So they ward blue. I always think that's a bold play. You know, I like with Blitzcrank. It's 100%. If Blitzcrank throws out a blind hook here, though, that'd be hilarious. I would lose it. I would lose it. But yeah. So
we're pretty fantastic.
yeah, we see Syracuse roaming around doing his thing. Looks like
Starting
we're gonna.
top side.
Ooh, we might have an opportunity for some horizontal jungling here.
Might be looking at a cheese here in mid lane. Florax is just sitting in the brush looking to level 1 hook the. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was going to try to cheese C-Van, but.
Two Blitzcranks. What is the? Honestly, when they first announced that Nico mechanic, when it's like, oh, you can do that, I thought about it. I was like, you could have 3 LeBlancs, and you would blow everyone's mind. I was like, that sounds dumb.
Yeah. Makes it even better because Blitzcrank has that definitely not Blitzcrank skin.
So it's definitely not
Yeah.
Blitzcrank.
Oh, Syracuse looking for the level 2 gang top. I like this.
Yeah.
Going right there. He's looking to blow
Ooh,
some
iron.
summoners. Well, you're running the wrong way there, NA Alistar.
Oh, it's okay.
That's not a. Oh
Wait,
man.
and flash down from NA Alistar.
Well,
that's unfortunate.
I think he could have gotten out of that if he ran back to his tower. Oh, but he's playing the TP very far up in his lane, so Syracuse could look for a repeat gank, but they see him that he's on the scuttle top side. And we've got Rumble harassing the Narc quite a bit. This flamethrower. Looks like Gragas tried for a gank mid, but did not work. He's going to his bot side now, looking to do his blue buff. surprised that Jupil didn't vertical jungle. I would have liked to see that. If you see Syracuse ganking top at level 2, I'd just immediately go for that blue buff. But and Sejuani's now looking for a gank top. Jupil's wrapping around. NA starts very low though. It's going in. Boulder toss is not hit. Jupil looking to engage and gets the flash off the Rumble.
Ooh, Iron 4 noob. Good flash there in the top
Mid lane
lane.
now. Syracuse is going in. Gets the flash off of Rob, and
Ooh.
looks like that'll be it. Gets some nice damage off. Rob does. Still has the barrier, so in case Syracuse comes back, and Jupil's still trying for a gank topside, just knowing that the flash is down on Rumble. But
Yeah, that was a really. I'm gonna be honest. That was a really good W there from Rob to even if it's like, oh, you only slightly distract them. Like, he threw his Q to inhibit, like anticipating that he would take the far path and that it would take the close one. When you get that slow off for Gragas, it can be huge and guarantee you a gank. But it was a really good trickery there. Ooh. NA Alistar taking some serious damage. Ooh.
Yeah, these two top laners are very low. Syracuse is, both junglers are taking the enemy's Krugs.
Yeah,
Quite interesting. He's got a pink ward deep in Jupil's jungle as well.
Yeah, that's very odd. But hey, you do what you gotta do. You kind of see. I think this is kind of what I was talking about.
Iron 4 noob going in on NA Alistar is very low again, and